Hey folks, Dana here, back in my incredibly messy shop. Slightly different project today. Going to be working on a stick I did probably 25-30 years ago. This is the stick I use when I'm out walking the dogs. It's a piece of maple, root stick obviously. And as I recall, it was growing in a kind of a gully, right on the sidewall, which is how it got that really nice shape. It's a really well balanced stick, and it's held up fairly well. Handle's got a few scrapes and dings on it. Shank is not bad up at the top, but it's got a cut here somehow. Not exactly sure how it acquired that, but it feels a little bit hollow underneath. So I'm going to fill that probably with some sawdust and touch it up a little bit. The main thing I'm going to try to do is work on this end. It's obviously got some wear. It's missing some bark right there, and the polyurethane's gotten quite worn. So that's what I'm going to be working on. The cap on it's just a 1-inch plumbing. I think it's 1 inch, 1 inch or 3/4 plumbing cap, copper, and it's got quite a nice patina on it now, held in place with a sheetrock screw. Really high tech there, but yeah, give her a little attention. I'm going to try to replace some of that missing back right there. Find a little donor piece somewhere and glue that on, and hopefully she'll look like brand new. So I grabbed a little sawdust off the bench, ran it into the hole. Around this knot hole there was some little bit of, I don't know if it's rot or just wear and tear, but so anyways, I filled it with sawdust and going to give it a little tap to make it settle in. Don't want to blow on it too hard because it'll just blow out any of the sawdust that isn't in there good. So that should patch that up nicely. We'll sprinkle a little more on it just to and once that's cured in something good shape, we'll give her a sanding, and that'll take care of that. Well, it's the next day. That's had a chance to harden, and so I'm going to give it a little bit of a sanding and see what she looks like. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not focusing very well, but yeah, looks a little better than it did. So I put another little layer on it just to make it a little smoother. It's looking pretty good now, and give it a little bit of a sand so it's nice and smooth. And that should about do it. Oh yeah, it looks pretty good now. And then, just to make sure it matches color-wise, take one of these furniture touch-up markers. This one the dog got hold of. And just do a little touch here and there. And that'll lighten a little bit when I give it a bit of a sanding. It looks dark now, but like I say, it'll come up nice. Or you can just leave it the way it was. It doesn't really matter. Now the handle, it's got a few rubs here and there where it has acquired some little bit of schmutz, a little dirt and stuff. So I'll probably give that a good sanding, and then just put a new coat of polyurethane on it. Got a few tool marks too, but I'm not really worried about those. Like I say, it's just my stick, so it doesn't have to be anything terribly fancy, just to walk the dogs with. And I got those pretty much scrubbed out. It looks a lot better. And the color will come back as soon as I hit it with a new coat of polyurethane. Same with that. But now I think probably time to give the other end some attention. As you can see, I've kind of scratched that bare spot up with a file a little bit, just to give the glue a good surface to cling to. Shined up the brass a little bit, the copper a little bit while I was there too. But I just got to cut a small piece of bark and glue her on. Yeah, I got a little offcut from another piece of maple that was on another stick, and I split it in half. Now I'm just going to take the round microplane rasp and hollow it out so that I can get down to the back. I only got most of the wood peeled out of it. You got a little bit more, but you get the idea. And I'm thinking, rather than super glue, I'm gonna probably use Gorilla Glue because it's water activated. What I'm gonna do is soak this. Once I peel it down a little more, I'm gonna soak it in some warm water to make it a little more flexible, because it's not quite the same diameter as that stick, but if I soak it, it'll make it pliable, and I can just pop it right on. I think that's going to be the plan.